Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss MPC 001 Cognitive Psychology, Learning and Memory, Unit 3 Neuropsychological Basis of Learning and Memory. Okay. Unit 3 there are only three concepts. So, first concept is role of hippocampus in memory. It is in page number 35, module page number 35. So before that, where this hippocampus is located in human brain. So it is in page number 34, you can see that the medial temporal area includes amygdala, hippocampus, and the entorhinal cortex, the surrounding parahippocampal and perirhinal cortical area. So it is in the medial temporal lobe that the hippocampus is situated. Okay, and what is the role of hippocampus? As the heading suggests, hippocampus, the role of hippocampus is memory consolidation. So, what is memory consolidation? In the first sentence itself, it is written that memories are solidified in long term stores over days, weeks, months, and years. And this process is referred to as consolidation. So, in the long term memory, the memories are solidified over years, weeks, and days. So, this solidification of memory is called consolidation, and the role of hippocampus is this memory consolidation and how it is taking place. In the second paragraph, the medial temporal lobe appears to support the process of forming new memories. That is, the hippocampal region is critical for the consolidation of information in long-term memory. So, role of hippocampus is consolidation of memory where in the long-term storage. So, the role of hippocampus is consolidation or solidification of memory in the long-term memory. Okay, then consolidation strengthens the association between multiple stimulus inputs and activation of previously stored information. So, this consolidation helps in the association between new memories and already stored information. The hippocampus is hypothesized to coordinate this strengthening. Okay, so the function of hippocampus solidifies and strengthening the existing memory consolidation in the long-term memory process. This is a function of hippocampus, role of hippocampus in memory. Okay, so that is the first concept in Unit 3. Now, the second concept in Unit 3 is animal models in memory. It was asked in 2017 question paper. Okay, so what are the animal models of memory? There are 5 points in it. First, the hippocampal system in the medial temporal lobe. It is in page number 38. Okay, the hippocampal system in the medial temporal lobe. Last, in summary portion, last summary paragraph, it is written that the hippocampal system in the medial temporal lobe and the associated cortex is critical for forming long-term memories. As already told you, it is memory consolidation takes place in the it is because of this hippocampus in the long-term memory storage. Then lesions that damage the hippocampus directly or damage the input-output relations of the hippocampus with the neocortex produce severe memory impact. Lesions means wounds, or we can say ulcers, tumors. Any damage to the hippocampus will lead to severe memory impairments. Impairments means memory loss or memory delays. Okay, then amygdala is important. The third point is amygdala is important for emotional memory. So, amygdala is another part of the medial temporal lobe. Along with hippocampus, it is there. So, amygdala is responsible for emotional memory. And the fourth point is that the medial temporal lobe is not essential for short-term working memory processes. So, the function of hippocampus is memory consolidation in the long term. It is not important for short-term memory. And the fifth point is the medial temporal lobe is the key component in organizing and consolidating long-term memory that is permanently stored in a distributed fashion in the neocortex. Okay, so fifth point is the medial temporal lobe is responsible for consolidation of memory in the long-term memory storage. So the animal models of memory in the question answer, there are 5 points. First one, hippocampal system is associated with forming long-term memories. Second one, if there is any lesions in this hippocampal region, that will lead to severe memory impairments. And the third point is, if there is this amygdala is responsible for emotional memory. And the fourth one, it is not important for short-term or working memory, and it is very important for long-term memory. Hippocampus is very important, or the medial temporal lobe is very important for long-term memory storage. Okay, so these are the points, 5 points that you have to write in animal models of memory. So that was about the second point. And third one is page number 41, the Hebb's rule. Okay, second paragraph. The Hebb's rule states that if a synapse between two neurons is repeatedly activated at about the same time, the postsynaptic neuron fires, the structure or the chemistry of the neuron changes, and the synapse will be strengthened. This is known as Hebbian learning. Hebb's rule, the question was asked for 3 marks. Okay, so how we will write? Hebbian rule states that, see, there are two in a synapse. Synapse is the junction between two neurons. So if there are two neurons in a synapse, the presynaptic neuron and the postsynaptic neuron, and in between there is a synaptic cleft. Okay, so the impulses comes from the presynaptic, moves through the presynaptic neuron, reaches the synaptic cleft, and then move to the postsynaptic neuron. Okay, this is the structure of a synapse. Okay, so what happens in Hebbian rule? The Hebbian rule states that if a synapse between two neurons is repeatedly activated, so if the presynaptic neuron and the postsynaptic neuron is repeatedly activated at the same time, see, first the presynaptic neuron fires the impulse, it reaches the cleft and it reaches the postsynaptic neuron. But in Hebbian rule, if the presynaptic and the postsynaptic neurons are activated at the same time, then the chemistry of the neuron changes and the synapse will be strengthened. So this strengthened synapse will help in learning. So this is called Hebbian learning. When the presynaptic and the postsynaptic neurons are activated at the same time, learning will take place. How? Because by the strengthening, the structure of the neurons changes, thus strengthening the synapse. This is called Hebbian learning. Only these 3 concepts are there in Unit 3. First one, what is the role of hippocampus? Then what are the animal models of memory? And third one, the cellular basis of in the cellular basis of learning, it is the Hebbian rule or Hebb's learning or Hebb's rule, we can say that. Okay, so that's about today's portion. Thank you very much.